Really good against the Chargers, getting rid of the ball quickly. You did a nice job of that because of the pressure. You feel like you could have played that style of game earlier in your career?
It's hard to say. I mean, I think just taking what's there, what the defense has given me, and they obviously have a good pass rush, and I thought guys were getting open quickly. I thought D-Hop did a great job, Trav, Noah, others, and just trying to get the ball in their hands, let them make plays, and it was enough to get the win.
Patrick, when it comes to close games, you guys have been really good at it, especially this year. I don't know if it's like what's the secret or whatever, but you know, a lot of fans when they watch the games, they get a little nervous watching it. But for you, how do you stay so poised and calm in those moments? And what's your message to fans who watch these nervous games?
Yeah, I mean, I think when I'm not on the field, I'm nervous as well. So I mean, I've total confidence in our defense and everything like that. But it's just when it's out of your hands, it's hard to not be a little bit nervous. But I think in the moment when I get opportunities, I just try to execute the game plan, execute the play that's in front of me. Not worry about the whole entire drive, and then get us into position to score and win the game, and then rely on my teammates to go out there and win it. And so it's obviously a lot of experience has helped me keep a calm mindset in those moments. But we continue to work and get better and just find ways to win, and whatever way that is, we're good with it.
What is the process of adjusting to pressure? Whether there's none of it, whether there's a lot of it, like in game, what's the process of feeling out how that's going and adjusting to it?
Yeah, I think just trying to not take negative plays, finding the soft spots in the pocket, finding opportunities when you want to take shots downfield and opportunities when you need to throw it underneath. And every game's different in this league. I mean, there's a lot of great pass rushers, and you have to just find spots where you can have quiet feet and can execute the offense the way it's supposed to be executed.
So as part of your study, like will you study Myles Garrett and his moves, for example, which way he like is that part of your study as well?
Yeah, I mean he's just really good. So it's he's pretty much good at everything. So just finding ways to get the ball in my hands whenever he's when he's rushing, and then whenever we need to take shots down the field, just having extra ways to manipulate his pass rush, or have help with other two people blocking him and stuff like that. But they have a good defensive team. I mean, they have a good football team in general, but especially their defense, and it'll be a great challenge for us, and we have to go out there and play our best football to win.
Almost quietly here, Xavier's had a nice few weeks. What have you sensed has been the difference for his production and his fantasy?
Yeah, I mean he's getting better and better. I think he's just playing with such more confidence. I think it really started in Buffalo, and it's kind of kept getting bigger and bigger as we kind of went throughout the rest of this year. I think as like we said, as we're trading those deep passes and really show off his skill doing that. He's getting open, so just trying to hit him on some of those. But he's showing his versatility and how he's able to work underneath, catch the ball, get yards after catch, and stuff like that. And I think he's going to continue to get better and better, which is going to help us going into the postseason.
Patrick, obviously you're focused entirely on just this game, but in any way do you have to start mentally preparing for a stretch of 3 games in such a short span? Have you ever encountered anything like that before?
No, I haven't in football. I mean, all you can do is focus on the game. At the practice that you had that day, I try to prepare my body all year long for this stretch. That's tailoring my workouts, it's tailoring how you practice and you prepare. And the coaches do a great job of taking care of us with the practice field. I mean, we practice hard as anybody, but they know how to kind of dial it back when we need it. And I think Coach Reid has a great plan going into it, so I'll follow that and focus on this opponent. And then as we go into another short week next week, and then one after that, I'll focus on those opponents then.
What was it like when you first saw the schedule come out to see kind of this little layout here?
Yeah, I mean, it's not like a good feeling. I mean, I'm excited to play on Christmas, to hopefully get back from what we did last year. But you never want to play this many amount of games in this short of time. It's just not great for your body. But at the end of the day, it's your job, your profession. You have to come to work and do it.
When you go back and look at some of the pressures and hits that you've taken this year, there's lots of reasons for them happening. How many times have you looked and said, listen, maybe I should have done something different. I should have gotten rid of the ball quicker. Because a lot of people just like, let's just blame the line or whatever. How often is it something maybe you yourself?
Yeah, I think it's a lot. I mean, there's times where I'm trying to be, like the best word's greedy, and trying to take a shot downfield. Or if you look at the kind of the early sacks in this last game, I mean, there was a play in that first third down. I'll probably just hit Travis, and he maybe or maybe not gets the first down, but I'm trying to really hold on to it, and then I rush up in the pocket, try to make a play and run into a sack. And there's been a good amount of those this year, and that's why I have to continue to work on my feet and finding that soft spot in the pocket, because I think there's multiple times a game where the offensive line's holding up and I'm not trusting my footwork in order to go through my reads and make plays happen. So that's stuff that I work on and continue to work on throughout my career.
By necessity, you guys have rotated tackles this year. What are some things that you're preparing for to make sure Myles Garrett, for example, just doesn't ruin the game this week?
Yeah, I think you have to prepare for it as an entire offense. You have to give him different looks. You can't let him just pass rush over and over again. I mean, he won Defensive Player of the Year for a reason, man. He's going to win a lot of those matchups, and so we'll throw him change-ups. We'll throw him different pitches that he can hopefully keep his mind racing. But at the end of the day, he's going to make plays happen. And when he starts to win reps or win certain plays, you get to not make him negative plays, get rid of the football, even if that's throwing it away, and live to play another play.
You guys are facing a team that's out of playoff contention, but it looks like they're still fighting hard. They've beaten a couple of really good teams this year. Defensively, besides Garrett, what else are their best parts?
Yeah, they have a lot of great players, I think. I mean, you look at the cornerback position and Denzel Ward. I mean, the linebacker position, they're flying around. Safeties, same as well. And then obviously the defensive line. And then Coach Schwartz does a great job of mixing up coverages, bringing pressure when it's necessary, and then dropping into zone and man coverage when it's necessary. And so it's a really good team. I mean, they have a lot of same players from last year's defense that was like number 1 in the league. So it's a great team with a lot of pride that's going to come in playing hard, especially at home. And we understand it's going to be a great challenge. We're going to play our best football to win.
Sam? Patrick, how much pride do you take in what you guys have been able to do on third down this year, and how do you identify the reasons for the success you've had?
Yeah, I think just having a good game plan, guys making plays happen in big moments. I think you've seen that in third down and then end of halves and end of games is we guys have executed at a high level. It's just about having that same type of execution throughout the entire game, not just third down, not just into halves, but in the red zone and in the field as well. And I think that's where we're trying to get to, and we have to continue to work to get there.
Nick? Patrick, when you're going through the week with the offensive line on protections and film and that type of stuff, what's kind of that process like throughout the week without giving away exactly?
Yeah, no, we obviously meet through our protection plan meetings throughout the week, and then I have separate meetings with some other offensive linemen, and we talk through just kind of what they're thinking, what they're feeling, and then at the end of the day, we have to go out there and do it. And I think that there's been a lot of great moments. There's been moments that we want back, but that's everybody. That's not just them. That's me. That's every receivers, whoever it is. It's a full group thing, and I think we're trending in the right direction. We just have to keep pushing to get there.
Thanks, Patrick.
A little bit better, so we'll see how all that works. And then it'll be similar to last week. I've got a couple variables that I can do at that spot. Anyways, we look forward to the challenge of playing the Browns. They're a good football team. Every team in this league, I mean, as we know, has a chance to win games. So that's the way the league's set up right now, and so we get ourselves ready to play. You don't care about records or anything else. I know they're well coached. I know Kevin personally, and he does a heck of a job. And his coordinator Schwartz, I mean, I've known for a long time, and Dorsey, Bubba. I mean, they're all good football coaches. They got good players, and so we got to make sure we have a good week of practice, going forward here. So with that, time's yours.
Andy, I believe Butker's eligible to come off IR this week. You see him kicking in Cleveland this week?
We're going to see how he does here. So he'll get a few. Yeah, he'll have a few snaps out there.
Andy, of
More
course.
chances.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Of course, you're only looking at this game, but am I right to think this is the first time you'll ever confront a situation with 3 games in 10 or 11 days? And in some way, do you have to have that in your thinking somewhere?
Yeah, that's a unique situation. You just have to manage it. It is what it is. So you make the best of it, and main thing is that you get your guys ready for the game, give them a chance to be ready for the game. They're going to do whatever you present to them, so try to help them out with that. But, right now we've got normal week right here, so we've got to take care of business for sure.
Just another housekeeping kind of question with Hollywood. How close is he, and so far as maybe opening his practice with him?
Yeah, man. I mean, he's getting close. I mean, he's chomping at the bit to get back out there, and but he's got to visit with the doctors and make sure that he gets clearance there, and so. But I think I'd probably say he's getting close. I can't give you a date. I don't know a date on it, but he says he feels great. So.
Andy, what's the plan for Steve Nelson?
Yeah, let him get himself in shape, move around a little bit, and you won't see him this week. That's not what we're going to do. Be like the other guys that came in, give him a chance to kind of get their feet under him, and for sure, so he hasn't done anything up to this point, so let him get moving around.
Pat's been, as you know, been sacked more this year than he has in his career and faced more pressure. How have you seen him adapt his game to that?
Yeah, well, I mean, he made some unbelievable catches, or throws the other day. And he never complains about anything. He doesn't, he just comes back and goes on to the next one and fires. And so, but I mean, he's doing what he always does. I mean, he hasn't had to really adapt other than to make the throw. And
well, he was really good the other night, getting rid of the ball quickly and complete those passes.
Yeah.
Could he have done that earlier in his career, do you think?
Yeah, I think he could have. Yeah, I mean, we didn't ask him to do a whole lot of that, but we,
Yeah.
I think he could have. Yeah.
When you guys go back and look at the film, when you grade those things out, do you, like, this was a coverage deal, this was a line breakdown, this was a ball where maybe Patrick held it too long? I mean, how does that mix go out? Has it been different this year than other years?
We look at everything, so for sure. And I mean, he's had a little bit more pressure this year. Listen, he'll tell you, he'll be the first to tell you, they're spread all over the place. Everybody's had a piece of it, me included, calling the plays. So it's, I've got to make sure I adapt to the personnel and what we have and what they do best, and then everybody else has to do their job. And so I think everybody probably tell you it's spread around, on that.
What type of challenges Myles Garrett present, and I guess how much does that weigh maybe in a tackle decision, when you're trying to figure that out?
Yeah, well, I mean, he's really a good player, probably a future Hall of Famer, I'd say. He's a dominant player, and we recognize that and respect that. He's going to show up though, and we're going to show up, and we've got to play well against him, and we have the capability of doing that. That's how I feel. So we just got but we respect the heck out of him. Yeah.
Andy, when you said Patrick never complains, I wonder if you could, I mean, it seems maybe obvious, but I wonder if you could maybe go a little bit deeper on that.
Yeah, listen, he gets up and goes. You always see him, give me the next one. I mean, and that's how, just give me another one. I'll make it work here. So he doesn't, he doesn't ever get crazy with that stuff. So he's pretty good about it.
Andy, this is a theme this year, but bringing in guys similar to Steven Nelson who didn't have training camp, didn't have obviously a preseason, what have you found that has been sort of the right balance of trying to bring them up to speed as quickly as possible, but obviously not put them actually in more danger, when you play a game? Obviously something you can't determine if something's going to happen with DJ, but obviously we saw, just the tightrope you're walking, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, listen, I mean, you have to listen to everybody and see, and particularly the kid, and see where he's at. And you kind of get to know him in that period of time and make a judgment on it and go with it. It's a sport where even the healthy guys and guys that have been with us from the beginning, they have a chance of getting hurt. I mean, that's all part of this. But to answer your question, we just make an evaluation on it with the different information from different people, but particularly the kid.
Andy, when you pop up the film on the Browns defense, what are kind of the signatures of their Jim Schwartz style?
Yeah, aggressive. He's got a really good blitz package. It's extensive. And then they mix it in with zone, so they can play single safety, middle zone, shell. I mean, he's got it all, and he dials them all up. You know, you got to be sharp when you play against him.
Okay, thanks, Ed.
All right, good.